Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines with me, TW1, here on the Pink Line. The Pink Line is a new ferry line. It goes from Oil Town directly over to Farming Town with a new little ferry stop, so let's come out and view that. Just been playing around with graphics because I messed up a setting earlier and everything was blurry and I couldn't work out why. So yeah, added a new little stop here. Bus stop just stops outside as well. This is the green line, which is very popular, so I might give it another bus actually. And this ferry line runs all the way over to here, which is where the other pink stop is. So they are interacting with this stop here, but there's less people using it because some of these people are just using the direct route. Because I noticed a lot of people were using this one, stopping here and then going over to this ferry stop over here, and it's making this green line extremely busy, and we've now reduced that down so we can start cutting down some of the ferries on this line, which we've started doing, which is helping out a lot. It has also helped out this blue line a little bit because that was very busy as well. So trimmed the ferry lines down and by adding one in, that is great. Other little changes we have made, because I have been playing a little bit off screen. This bad boy over here, the area of the oil stuff, I've started removing some of the pumping drills because oil is gone. There is a lot of oil just disappearing. But we did unlock level 5, so we do have some offshore rig stuff that I haven't played around with yet, and I don't know where they are if I'm honest. Where are you, offshore rig? Offshore rig, there you are. Jeez, you need a lot of space, a lot of everything. Yeah, that's not going to fit because we have a bridge there and that's too big. Not gonna happen, not gonna happen, not gonna happen. So we're gonna have to just ignore that. Sad times. But we have started replacing some of the industry with zonable industry instead. So there's plenty of jobs about for people. It's not no real issues with that. This area is pretty much fully upgraded now. I had to add in a couple more schools and a public library. So there's a public library, there's another primary school, and there is another high school. They are all jammed to the rafters pretty much because education was struggling to keep up. Elementary schools are now well in the positive. High schools are just about coping. University, 8,000 people are ready for university. That might be something we work on this episode because I've laid out an area for a university. I haven't decided what style of university I want to put in here. It's not going to be a massive one. I've seen some bigger designs, but I want to put a few in here. Or I also want to put in some nice high density dormitory style housing. So we'll be working on that as well. But firstly, we're going to be doing traffic, because traffic is 85%, and it looks great. But if you look at one thing, the whole map really, there's a couple of little hot spots. This is very busy, but they're flowing. Over here, it's busy, but it's not 100% flowing, and it's because this roundabout is getting excessively used, and that is because all of the guys over here, if they want to get to the island, they have a couple of options. Obviously, ferry is one, train is the other. The other one is car, and if they decide to drive, they have to drive either over to this highway and then round, or they will drive through the industrial estate, or through this roundabout and onto this highway, the single track highway, and that comes into this roundabout. So it's making this roundabout a lot busier than it should be, and that is because we haven't given them another option, and that is our mistake. So we're going to start off this episode with a big old roundabout in here, hook this road up, give the guys who live over here one option, which is the highway, and a second option, which will be this bridge into a roundabout, and then we shall all be great. Very quickly, we are at Capital City, 22,000, so we have unlocked some more university stuff. We unlocked another block, we've unlocked some universal education policies, some more paths. Harbour, cargo harbour, Eco Water Treatment Plant, and the American Football Stadium. Harbour and Cargo Harbour is something I'll be working on in the future. That extra block that we got, I use this one to unlock. I've got a little idea for this bit of land here, so we'll be getting into that in the future, and will also mean that we are one away from getting our trains hooked up as an outside connection, and I am excited about that. That next up patch is here, the little ground extra bit is here, so yeah, another 9,000 population, should I say, and we are there. So let's crack on with traffic, and then once we've sorted traffic out, we can work on university and more housing. This area is so done, it's beautiful. I really do like the look of the way this has ended up. It is quite good. Let's come into this nice view. I like the height, like it's very high and different and it's jarring. There is a couple of weird little paths about, I have noticed, but I'm just going to ignore them. They don't exist. They don't exist. So, let's crack on with reforming this highway and then bolting in a roundabout as well. So, come out of this view, which if I can find the right button, is that one. And let's do a little mini montage as I recreate this bad boy over here.
Thinking of what you thought it was safe to see. When you gonna really believe me yourself? Da 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 da. I've given you everything that I got. When you gonna really believe me yourself? Da 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 da. Thinking of what you thought it was safe to see. When you gonna really believe me yourself? Da 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 da.
Right, so roundabout is in basic shape of it anyway. We're not going to upgrade any of these roads yet because we're going to try and make sure that all the highways and all these roads will connect without any real issues. It's going to save us money. Not like money is an issue because I have 2.6 million in the Bankerino, but let's try and connect up these highway roads the way that we want them to try and make them look as good as possible. The main trick here is trying to get them so all the nodes are lined up in the right spot, so like that and that will be the same node. That will give you a nice node to connect to, or whatever you want, so they're all evened up, so you know how to do that. And also trying to make sure the height's all good, because you're a different height and you're a different height, so we're going to have to go through and make sure all the heights are sorted, because otherwise it's going to be looking a little bit odd, isn't it? There we go. You. Do you look alright? Not really. You're also on the because I can't do drawing road lines, clearly. Why can't I do that? You go to there, and I want you to be the same height as you. So let's be up a tad. There you go. And then you into that. That's about the same height. That's about the same position. So we will then bolt them over the top. Will you go straight over? You will, but I want to make sure I know where the nodes are. So I'm going to stop there. And then we'll stop there. We'll just do the same on this side of the road, making sure we get the roads flow in the right direction, because otherwise we'll be causing ourselves little issues, because I am a numpty and I will forget, and then I'll wonder why my road's not working. Check the height, they look pretty good. So we shall take that, and then we're just going to try and connect the highway roads to the roundabout. And then off that we will work out everything else. I just want to try and get these nice and perpendicular and get some nice runoff lanes, so there's not. So you don't just come off the roundabout, off the road here, and then slap bang straight into the roundabout, because that's too short of a distance. If you do that and there's ever a queue on here, the off ramp will be affected, then the highway will be affected, and that's where some big traffic issues can line up. Also, it doesn't look great. I know I've done that over here, short on and offs, but I understand this is not the busiest of areas, and it's also an oval about, which, you know, it's not great, but we had limited time. I'd rather do something like this where you give it an extended off ramp, because that is better for the game. If there's ever an issue over here, these highways would have been jammed up, and that would have been the first thing I changed, is these guys. But there isn't, so we get away with it. Over here, we're going to try and line them up using the nodes, and this is where I like road guidelines, so we'll just come out a little bit. And we just need to try and think about the height of these bad boys, because they've got to connect to this roundabout. So how tall are you going to be? Is that enough time to get you up and happy? Let's do a little bit shorter, and then we'll bring you up to the right height, and then we'll connect using that node. So you should be pretty perpendicular, and then we'll see if you just want to connect straight into this road. You will, nice and straight. Thank you very much, game. Let's do that on the other side, and then I'll do the same over here, and I'll get back to you. So the on and off ramps are clicked in and all done. I'm happy with the height of them, I'm happy with the looks of them. We now need to do a little bit of lane mathematics. So we have an option. We can either downgrade this to a single track lane, or we can just upgrade these for a couple of times to 3 lanes. I'm going to do that because I prefer the looks of that. I think over here, the single track lane, like this single lane here, just looks a little bit small to me. I don't like the looks of it, so we're going to go for the 3. So 1 plus 2 equals 3, and then we'll give them a couple of extra nodes. So there's a couple of extra nodes there. Good bit of length to it, so the game can decide what lane it wants to be in. So it comes off this bridge, or enters this bridge, into 2-lane mode, which means we're not going to change the looks of this bridge at all, because if I upgrade it to 3 lanes, it would then change the way these arches, and that would look a little bit odd, having different arches at different heights throughout this bridge. Now, on the other side, we can do exactly the same. So we'll just give it a couple of extra nodes. So every single time there's a node in the road, so if I just select this road like here, and you can see, so where are you? There you are. Let's get off the upload mode. Every single time you see one of these, the game is indicating to you one thing. It means, so one is a nice little point just to build off. The second thing is it's giving the game, at this point, this car can change lanes. That is what they can do. So they can come along here, and at this node they can change lanes. They can only change lane at nodes. So you can't mid-node change lanes. That is why, over here, I've added an extra node into the middle of this roundabout, so they can decide where they want to be coming around this roundabout, and that will help the traffic out a lot, because otherwise they may be cutting up traffic that just wants to come onto the roundabout, and different lanes will do different things. What we're going to do is upgrade this whole roundabout to a 3-lane highway. There we go. For whatever reason, the game wanted to put a block on here for some reason. Some of these pillars were playing around. They should all have been in the same position because we lined up the nodes, but clearly not. Now I have to make sure this roundabout is going in the right direction, which would be that way around, wouldn't it? I have to make sure I get all of the separate nodes. That's the only issue I have caused myself, is because I've added an extra node. It's now a little bit tricky to upgrade what section of the road I want to upgrade, because there's about 3 or 4 different parts to this roundabout. There we go. And now, excuse me, just a little burp there. Now all we have to do is connect the roads in, and it was going to give this traffic a good old breathing space of what it wants to do. That is not straight with that, clearly. Oh, that's going to annoy me. That's going to annoy me lots. Why? Why aren't you... Why? Just why? Right, library, go over there. Just because I can. Just go over there, library. You're now going to bolt straight into that junction off a different angle. Why aren't you straight, man? Why are you not straight? Jesus Christington. There. Add a little bend to the road. That makes it better. That makes it fit. There we go. This game at times. This game. Sometimes little things can really irk you off. This is road system normally, and we'll just give that a bend. Now we can press play, and hopefully we will see lots and lots of traffic come flowing over this way and saying, hey, here's a brand new little fancy roundabout and a shortcut to the island. I'm not going to use the industry because I don't have to use the industry zone as a shortcut. It should then lessen the pressure off this junction and make the industry work even more effectively. It should be even more efficient. So we'll let the game run for a little while and I'll get back to you. And hopefully it is all working well.
Stranger, why are you acting like a stranger? You've been missing from Earth lately, and I don't know if I can go on. Stranger, why are you acting like a stranger? You've been missing from Earth lately.
Well, let's come out of that screen. Well, I've been watching this traffic for a while. I'm going to probably let you guys watch some of it as well in a little montagey style. It has been cracking. It's been absolutely cracking. The traffic's flowing well, and I'm going to guess this industry zone, oh, look at that. Look at the difference. Giving an extra option has cleared up this junction. It's made the industry a lot better. If we go into traffic routes and then we looked at probably, traffic flow's gone down. How's the traffic flow gone down, but we've improved this? Okay. Have we still got an issue on this roundabout? We do. We still have an issue on this roundabout. This roundabout needs to be tweaked. How should we tweak this roundabout? That is the question of today. There's a lot of traffic. Clearly wants to come on this roundabout and just go and do a 180 and come over to here. Can't do it very effectively because of what? What is holding it up so much? That's what I can't understand. Why are you stopping there? You're stopping for there as well. I don't understand what this traffic is doing. Let's have a think. Can we upgrade this roundabout to 3 lanes? That would be the first thing. If we can do that, it may solve some of this issue. No, cannot. No, space is already occupied, and that is too steep. That is not going to happen. That is space occupied by the football stadium by an absolute smidge. That is very, very irritating indeed. So what other options do we have when it comes to this traffic and getting these trucks? I guess it's mainly industry trucks, vehicles on this road. Let's have a little look. Let's go on here. Let's select the traffic tool and we shall find out what this road is doing. So let's get rid of pedestrians and get rid of cyclists. We don't care about that. So a lot of the guys are clearly just wanting to go up this road, do a loop here and go out of the city. I think the better option is not changing that roundabout at all. I think the better option is to buy this square and to put a big junction in here, because they're using this as a cut through from this main highway, and that's the main issue. Is all of this traffic's coming in from these 2 main highways, and they want to go out of this highway, and we just need to give them the most direct route as possible to get that done. The problem being is we can't really do that in a nice, effective manner because this roundabout is just in the way. Well, it's not in the way, it's just the way it should be, but it's not very greatly planned out because I haven't thought about what we need to be doing. The question is, do I really care about it too much? Because the traffic's not being affected that badly. It's still flowing, it's still moving. I wouldn't say it's exactly stopping. There is a few despawning I'm noticing, which is the game stopping it. They all just want to go in that one lane and then go down this one road. I wonder if doing a couple of little tweaks. I'm going to go away and do a few little tests and tweaks with this roundabout and see if I can solve this issue. If I can, I'll come back to you guys and show you what I have done and how I have done it. So I've honestly played probably for about another 30 minutes trying to play around with this junction and to get it to flow as best as I can. As you can see, I've upgraded these on the angle to 3 lanes to try and give the traffickers more options. I've squared it off so it actually fit because of this football stadium. I've upgraded this to 4 lanes, given this 2 lanes, given this 2 lanes. I've done everything I can, and the traffic flow is not changing. It's 85-84%. This is just jammed up. What we need to do in the future is invest in a big junction here and give the game another option for just getting the heck out of Dodge. The only thing I'm thinking is, can I run a road off here somewhere that goes either underground or as a bridge and just bypasses all of this and just disappears? That's maybe the only other option we have. So let's try and play around with that on screen and think about how to do this if we can at all. So can we just want to get one underground really. So you go underground. You actually go underground. So now from here we have the pickings of the world, as they say. It's not a saying at all, but I'm saying it. And we can go wherever the frick we want with this, and that will be just a big old straight line underneath all of this just mess. Just utter mess. And the problem is, if I jam it into here, it's going to cause more of a nightmare for this roundabout. So we need to somehow jam it either just straight into this off-road. I'm not sure how to do that. How do we want to connect this bad boy up? See, ultimately I'd just like to do that. And then you give a junction over here and you connect it up. But we don't have that space, so we can't do that. So we have to be a little bit more creative. I have also broken the train line while I was playing around because I was messing around with a couple of little different things. So I need to replace that train line while I remember. Not exactly happy with that at all, but it's going to have to do. Do I need... yeah, we'll just do that. And then we'll connect you up to that. And that is that, all good. And then as we re-click the game, the train will reappear and realise that's actually a way of it working, which means all of this stuff will start to fix itself, because that would have been causing us lots and lots of issues. Are you going to reappear, train line? Or have I completely broken you? Have I completely broken you? There we go, you're back. Boom, that's back. Now, back to this bridge, because this bridge I think could... oh, this tunnel, should I say, could unlock the future of solving this traffic issue. This roundabout. Where on earth do we want to be plugging this in? I'm just wondering, can we... one, just hook it onto here, so I'll happily connect it onto this road underground, and then I may just come in at a nice little angle on this road. Annoyingly, that's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, but it's going to have to do, I think. So if I go there and then drag you back a few blocks and then go underground. Underground? Yes, underground. There we go. And then we'll just do a curvy job. A little bit like that. And then big old straight line. And then hook you all the way up to that. Let's do it this way round so I don't have to go over the whole of my work again with a freaking... you know what I mean. You know what I mean with the directional tool. I'm speaking very well today, clearly. That will connect to that, and then we'll have to hook you up onto this road as fast as possible, really, because otherwise it's going to be causing us mass issues. So I need to downgrade you if I can. Not going to happen. You needs to be 2, That means you need to be 3, which means you need to be 4. Is the 4 road going to fit in there? Yes, it is. So that is one direction solved. The other direction is not, though. So we just need to connect a road off this underground section somewhere. Probably back here-ish. And just, yeah, bolt you straight into that. That works very well. And then we will upgrade you to 2. You're not going to have any of that, are you? There you go. You can be upgraded to 2. Now can downgrade you to 1. Nope, not going to happen at all. You can't connect there then, clearly. Because I need you to be a 1er and you to be a 2er later on. Yeah, right. Where are you going to go? Like that. That works, I suppose. I can't see underground now, but I think that works. And then can we upgrade you and you and you and you? And then we'll have to upgrade this road above ground to... No, that's already 3, so we'll have to downgrade you to a 2. That makes 2 plus 2 equals 4, and that is how you do lane mathematics. And now hopefully this is going to sort all of my traffic issues out, because if it doesn't, I don't know anymore. Let's now give this the correct lane tournament. So u minus 1 equals 3, and then 3 minus 2 equals 1. I'm going to leave that as 4 actually, because I prefer it to have 2 offs than an on. Now hopefully I should see lots and lots of traffic diving down this route. Please game, please just solve my issues with this one change and I would be so happy. I think I've solved it. I genuinely think I've just solved it. It's not pretty. It is not pretty at all, and underground it is awful. I don't like having long tunnels underground because they're unrealistic and they're a bit meh and a bit disgusting to look at, but sometimes you're going to have to just play the way the game wants you to play, and that is sorting out this traffic. Well, it's been a bit of a meh episode really, because we've just been doing traffic stuff. This roundabout, glorious. Absolutely glorious. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Over here it's flowing, and we have solved any little issues that we had with this roundabout with that one change. I could probably put this back to a roundabout to 2 lanes and it would work all fine and dandy now. I may tweak you back to being a non-asymmetrical road just so you look a little bit more pretty. That might cause some issues. So any trucks that are now going to take this road should be going to something that we require it for. So that any of these oil buildings says what? You know, talking to oil buildings, you can need to disappear because you are no longer required. Why can't I get rid of you? I'm an underground view, that'll be why. Well, it's getting very warm in my room because I've left the radiator on, and I can hear my voice starting to break and break down because I've been at work all day and very busy. So I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, I promise to start on university, and I need a name for my university. I need a name for this district. So please, if you made it to the end of this part of the video, please, 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 please give me some names. That would be great. Anyways, I've been TW1. This has been traffic fixing on my vanilla save, because every now and then it's just something that you have to do. I don't know what the traffic flow is. 87%, we've got 2% out of it. Well done us, I'm a genius. Not really, that was a waste of an evening. It just hurt my head as well. Thank you very much for watching TW1, and as always guys, peace out.